Hey everyone, what's going on? Pardon me, I'm kind of sick. My nose is kind of stuffy, so my voice will be extra low today. But just want to make a little how-to video of how we go about, making an episode and stuff. So what you're saying here is one of the primary tools that we use for our podcast episodes, and now as we continue, and I'll talk a little bit about it later for our YouTube videos. But primarily what I use to edit all the audio files that we make is here GarageBand. What you can see here is I'm actually recording what I'm saying, what you're hearing right now in GarageBand, right? It's an app that comes with Apple products, and it's really easy to use. Just click record, get yourself some mics, and go about it. Yeah, so that's kind of what we use. I'll show you what equipment we use later on, but just want to kind of walk you through our process. So the first thing we do with Edgar is we have a drive that I share with Edgar, our co-host here. And in this drive, we have episode ideas here and our completed episodes, all those episodes we've already done. We have them in note format here, and this is how we share. So, for example, let's go to the conflict, for example, the episode on the conflict. This is how kind of our show notes look before it is then shown and shared where you see it in the website and stuff. But yeah, we have it here. We just have it laid down. It's very stripped back. What's it called? Very stripped back bullet points in that, and just whatever we have, we just highlight and we write. I'll write stuff. Edgar will write stuff. So this is kind of what we have. This is kind of our not a rubric, but what we follow and what we go through as we talk about it. And so that's kind of what we do. So the first thing we do, Google Drive, we write down the topic, whatever it is. We research about it. We write our thoughts and our ideas here. And then when we're going through the episode, sometimes we'll highlight sections we've already done or whatever, or we'll type as we go, as you can maybe see it and hear in some of the episodes. So that's what we do. Then I go to GarageBand. I begin to record myself as I'm doing here on GarageBand. I leave it recording on the background, while at the same time we use a program called Zencastr that we have here. I'm going to log in. Zencastr is a audio recording free website that you can use. We have all the garrisons, all the episodes we've done here, for example. So we're going to go to test here. What you do is you create a new episode, and then you just write the name on and you press create. Let's just say we did that. I've gone to test now, and here in test, it's going to load up what we already recorded in this test, which is a 30-minute talk. I press new recording. It's going to send me to a new place. And Zencastr is really cool because the audio quality is really high. So here it's already picking me up, as you can see here. When I want to invite someone, I just put invite. I copy this, copy it to clipboard, and then I can paste it in a message or however you're communicating with the other person you're talking with if you're having a guest on. This is a cool software. It's free. It's a website, but you can only have up to 3 people in here. Other than that, you can't. So I use this primarily to get Edgar's audio. So what happens at the end of it, I'll start recording here. I'm recording a little bit. You can see it, blah, blah, blah. Once it's done, let's just say we did 30 minutes, 20 minutes, however long, a track appears here, and I'll press that. This is uploading. Got it. It's all done. So I'm going to go back as if we just finished this recording. This is because just the name of what I'm registered here is trending up, and this is Edgar. So when I'm done, I will download this, right? This is Edgar's audio file. It's downloading. And once I have this audio here, what I'm going to do is get that audio and drag it here, right? So let's just say I'm going to do that right now. It's in downloads. Don't judge me what you see here. I have the downloads here. This is here. This is the MP3 that is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop it to where I am already currently recording. Ideally, I will not be recording at the same time of dragging this. I will have been done with the episode, but just for the sake of now, we're doing this. Oh, I didn't actually drag, and it might be because I'm actually actively recording here. So we'll see what happens. But let's just imagine that's what's happened, and here, for some reason, it's not going on. And I think it's because I am actively recording, so it's not going to let me do that. But what is going on here is, let's imagine that these intros here are what is actually going on. And they are muted, but these are the intro clips that you hear. This one is at the beginning that says, the music, and it says, "Hey guys, welcome to Trending Up. Hope you enjoy." Blah blah. And the end, and the hey, comment, click, subscribe, whatever. So when I do that, then I just match it. I have to just make sure that in timing it is timed and whatnot. Once this is done here, I will go to share and then export song to disk, and then it'll ask me how I want to name it. I'm not gonna do it now because I'm recording live, but it's gonna ask me how to name it and what type of format I want and whatever, and then you can save it. I am saving everything actively to my hard drive, which you see here, my hard drive, because it just takes a lot of space, and that's what I've been doing. So my hard drive. So that's kind of Zencastr and GarageBand. That's how I get the audio. And really great, easy thing. So once I've done that, once I've exported it, once I've put the beginning, the intro, and the outro, I've lined up my audio and I've lined up Edgar's spot here, and it makes sense. I've kind of run through it quickly. Sometimes I'll listen to the whole episode. If it's a longer one, I just hope and pray that it's okay. I'll export it to the song, to the hard drive, and from the hard drive, I will then go to Anchor. Anchor is a great show. I'm already here. A great website. It's free, and it's a way for you to be able to, what's it called? Distribute what you have. So here we had some numbers there of how our episodes have done, how many people have listened and whatnot. And so what I'm going to do now is I just go here, I click to upload, or you can just drag and drop. And when I have a writing here, I'm just going to actually pick what I just got from Edgar's thing. And once it's uploading, it's going to finish uploading. By the time it's done uploading, I just press save episode. Once the episode is saved, it'll take you to another tab where it'll tell you how to name the episode and what other notes you want to put on it. You can even put it so that you can upload it at a different time, or you can upload that episode at that moment. So here it's almost done. It's still processing. Save episode. I've gone here. Name it. I'm just gonna put test. I'm gonna put test 1 here. I can decide to publish it or publish it later. I can decide even next year if I wanted to. So I can do that. I can put a season number, an episode number. Once you're done, you can either save it as draft or publish now. So that's what we do with Anchor. Just a great way and an awesome thing there. So just to recap, GarageBand for my audio, Zencastr for my co-host who is not presently here. If he was, I wouldn't be doing this. I would just do it straight out of my mixer that I have in home at my physical mixer. But because Edgar is in New York and I am in Florida, we use Zencastr for good quality. Anchor is what distributes it, and Anchor can distribute it to a whole number of locations. Primarily, the biggest ones you want to get to is Apple Podcasts and Spotify. So Anchor gets that for you, all for the price of nothing, for free. So Anchor is what we use to distribute our things. And then what we do also is we use Zoom. Not sure how many of you are familiar with Zoom, but what we started to do is record the episodes when we are recording, in video. So if you go to Zoom, you download Zoom. Zoom is free again. You press new meeting, and in that new meeting, I have it covered up so you don't see how my morning hair and that. It should be connecting. It might not be connecting because it can't see, but there we go. So it's going to ask you to connect with whatever it is. So you just combine the audio, and there's this button here, as you can see, to record. When you record, it will record your video and give you a separate audio file, which is pretty cool. And so we get video file that we get from here is already combined with the audio. So all I do now is I go to iMovie. Not sure how many of you are familiar with iMovie. Really easy. iMovie. You just drag and drop the video file you just made in Zoom, and then I add the post and ending credits. So I add this, and then I have some sound bites that I've done already of the instrumental and of the intro that I add, and then I just, in the middle of it, have the video we just got from Zoom, so that we don't have to do so many, it just takes a lot of time, right? So then what I'll do, we made a YouTube channel for our Trending Up. These are the videos here that you can see. And yeah, so they come up here. And so just to walk you through it, hopefully it loads pretty quickly. But what we have here is Enneagram Type 1, the episode. So this intro here is what I add in iMovie. Then I just leave the videos we got from Zoom. A little laggy, but, it's what we can do right now. And at the end, we have the ending there. So that is YouTube, right? So really awesome. Again, Anchor distributes it to the podcast places. YouTube, it's YouTube. You guys know YouTube. And then we use Wix for our website. If you haven't been to our website, check it out. It's trendingup.wixsite.com/podcast/podcast. Honestly, we don't use the website that much. I don't know how many people do use it, but we made it pretty easy to make at Wix. You can customize everything, but what we use it primarily is for our episode notes. So we have the episodes notes. So anybody that wants to can come here and, we guys talked about the Enneagram type 1. I want to know more about that. So what we take is that we take the notes that you guys saw in Google Docs. I kind of condense it as much as possible. And we have it here for you guys to see it and to have it if you need it for anything. So that's what we do for Wix. And again, all that we have been sharing now is free and at your disposal. So that is really cool. Another app that we use, is called InShot. And I'm looking it up here because I use it on my phone and on my iPad, and I'll probably show you a little clip how to do it, but it's super easy. InShot video editor, it's free, and in that, I guess you guys can see it here, right? Let's just go see how it looks for the iPad. I have my iPad. It's a little easier to use on the iPad because it's bigger compared to the iPhone. But what it is you can upload a video or a picture or whatever it is, and you can make transitions. You see this right here. You can make things to last the whole thing or just words and stuff. So this is what I would use for a little promo clip. If you wanted to do that in Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, right? So what you could do is go to YouTube and get a little piece of that video, screen record that you're like, oh, that's some good stuff. That's kind of like something that may draw someone in to come in, right? So I'll record 20-30 seconds of that. Then on InShot, I will upload it to there and actually type out what is being said. So it's captivating. It's one of these promo videos, right? You're just trying to get people to want to come to your spot, right? So that's what I use. InShot, I think, is a great app, and it is free. Again, obviously, quality-wise, it's going to be as great as you can. But I think it's a great way, and it looks pretty cool and pretty professional to do that. And finally, kind of going into what we use for equipment. I know many of you are like, okay, everything's free, but this is too good to be true. I will tell you the truth. Equipment can be pricey. Obviously, the higher you want to go, the more expensive. But this is what we started with, right? So what I decided to go with is the newer 800 Silver Professional Studio, whatever. This mic here. It's only $30. That's the one that I used early on. I don't know. It was just a podcast, mic. I did some research on YouTube and on Google, and they had that. I wanted to go for a mixer just because I also play music. I play the piano, the keyboard, the guitar, and I wanted to have something that I could use outside of podcasting. There are different interfaces that you can use that may be cheaper and that are only because what happens is you need to be able to connect a mic to your computer, right? And you need something that's going to be there as like a mediator to an extent. So I got this just because I like to do music and I wanted to connect this if I could to, a speaker or something else. Sorry, that's Zoe in the back. And I got a XLR microphone cable, right? So that's what I did. Then I have most recently upgraded to this Shure church mic, if you will, $100. So we've committed some money into this, and so that's what I am using now. So now I have two mics. So if someone actually comes physically, I can record with two people. So that's exciting. So that's kind of that. If you're interested in this, I will put the links below on this on the YouTube page, so you can see kind of what we've done. But again, I will link to these places when under this YouTube video. So just check it out. But again, just going through there, Zencastr, Anchor, YouTube, Wix, everything is free. InShot is free. So come on, there's no excuse. You guys got this. Just try it out. It's a lot of fun. We've learned a lot, and we're growing. We're trying to get better each time. So I just encourage you to go out and do it. And if you have any questions, just comment below, DM us, find us on Instagram or on Twitter, find my number somehow. We would love to talk. This has been a great experience for us to learn. And if we don't know the answers, we'll point you to other podcasters that do know the answer, or YouTubers. And so, yeah, we love you guys. Hope this was beneficial. Bye.